Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 13, letting go control and cherishing perception. Control is a really strong word. I have to admit, I rarely use that word because I find oftentimes in our culture, the word is used just to put ourselves down, just to label ourselves in a demeaning way when we notice we're wanting to have a better sense of mastery in a situation in our life. And control is such a natural human urge to have a sense of knowing what you're doing, knowing what to expect, knowing how to navigate life. It takes many forms, doesn't it? So I decided for this topic to just get out there and just say the word, letting go control, letting go control. And in our devotional practice, we'll be drawing upon that phrase, letting go control. But I'd like to offer something in its place. In our efforts to show up as best we can and then let the chips fall, sometimes it can feel almost impossible to do that, to not care about outcome, especially when it's very personal to our hearts. So what I'd like to put out there as a possible replacement for the energy that goes into the connectivity of having control is to cherish the perception. So we're taking a movement towards being connected to whatever it is. And instead of trying to have control over it, whether it's your own ability to be patient, whether it's managing a difficult situation, when letting go control, we can fill that same movement, that same urge, with something that is much more vast and rich, and that is cherishing. Cherish. Think about what it means to be cherished or to cherish. It's much more than liking something or appreciating something, right? Cherishing is almost that, I can think of it with my little nieces. It's almost like I want to eat them up. It's that intense of a movement. Is it possible that we could shift the energy of that movement into cherishing whatever our perception of our reality is? What, for instance, let's say I truly want to become a more patient person and I'm trying to control my emotional states so that I'm patient. What if we shifted that desire to control into the desire to cherish the very urgings that our emotions are causing to rise within us? So we brim with a bit of impatience, and instead of trying to stop it, we cherish it. And in the cherishing itself is the patience, isn't it? I think we will find that as we cherish our perception of anything, we will find the very seeds of what it is we long for in the cherishing itself. I want to read for you a translation of Sutra number 98 from the Radiant Sutras. I love these sutras, translated by Lauren Roche. Be wildly devoted to someone or something. Cherish every perception. At the same time, forget about control. Allow the beloved to be herself and to change. Passion and compassion, holding and letting go. This ache in your heart is holy. Accept it as the rise of intimacy with life's secret ways. Devotion is the divine streaming through you, from that place in you before time. Love's energy flows through your body, toward a body, and into eternity again. Surrender to this current of devotion and become one with the body of love. I believe that that state is something that Jesus was such a master of. If you look at all of the stories that we have that are attributed to his life or the words he spoke, there is something that cherishes. There is something within him that cherishes. Whether it's the power going out from him to heal the woman that touches his garment, whether it's his lament over Jerusalem, whether it's his acceptance of a passing celebration on Palm Sunday, whether it's his wrestling with not wanting to die, and then through his wild devotion, saying yes to whatever the divine will is. There is something in him that is wildly devoted to his path. And being wildly devoted to his path ripples out to be devoted to the ministry. If you look very closely, his devotion is to his path, and his ministry is the overflow, the expression of that devotion. And every step along the way, he gives witness to not trying to control anything. Even when he moves with anger and force, he does so what? From a place of depth of truth. If you wish and you have time today, take some time with some of the writings that are attributed to Jesus and see therein the balance that he has of being wildly devoted and cherishing and being in complete surrender to the outcome, even when he needs to surrender his desire for a certain outcome. He gives us the great taste of divinity in humanity. So with that, let's begin our morning meditation practice. I invite you to close your eyes. And with the eyes closed, draw up any part of yourself or your life where you would like to have more mastery, where you would like to have the control that really shows up as freedom and as influence. And on the word let, inhale deeply and let yourself be filled on that inhale with all the sensations of the desires you have in this situation you've brought up, or this part of yourself. And on the exhale, you're going to silently say the word go. And you're going to let all of this desire that causes strain, you're going to let it go about its way, have its flow, move from you. So let is being filled with all the sensations, and go is like you would to a young child. Go play, go. We begin. Let go. Let go. Let go. Continue in silence. Stay with it. And now gently shift your focus to cherish the perception of what has just happened as you breathed, letting go. And we begin to end our devotional this morning. Let yourself open your eyes looking downward. And let's offer a silent moment of gratitude that we can gather together like this for such a noble cause. May your day be sweet. Thank you for joining me. Blessings.